Have you ever thought of what goes into your everyday hamburger or where your beef jerky came from? The fact is, producing beef releases a lot of methane into the world, and a lot can easily become too much. This is how it all starts. Sometimes when a calf is first out of his or her mother, it is then immediately transported to a beef farm by truck. Again, the calf is moved and most likely put into a feedlot where it will spend its whole life until the trip to a slaughterhouse. There is in fact an industry called CAFO, which means Commercial Agriculture Feed Operation, which is basically just a feeding program that doesn't really care if the animals are healthy or not. If you are buying from the CAFO industry, please find a new product to choose from. These products may be cheap, but they are not healthy and sometimes cause food poisoning and stomach problems. Also, did you know that just a single cow releases between 70 to 120 kilos of methane per year? On average, methane is known as a greenhouse gas, like carbon dioxide or CO2. Only that methane's effect on the climate is 23 times higher than CO2. If a cow releases 100 kilos of methane, then that's 2,300 in carbon dioxide each year. Worldwide, there are about 1.5 billion cows and bulls in the world. This releases about 2 billion metric tons of methane per year. According to the World Watch Institute, about 15% to 20% of global methane releases come from livestock. John Robbins, author of The Food Revolution and Diet for New America, says methane is 24 times more potent than CO2. The United States Department of Agriculture reports that animals in the U.S. meat industry produced 61 million tons of waste each year. That's 130 times the volume of human waste production, or 5 tons for every U.S. citizen. Because of this large demand for meat, farms are now producing more livestock around their land, and that little development can end up producing a large-scale farm, and then the animals get crammed together and develop poor health. This is normally taking place in feedlots. During this period of time, the cattle are fed the unnatural diet, and up to 30% of all cattle in beef industries suffer from liver problems from the fatty foods they are getting. In fact, all cows in some beef industries are crammed into a small pasture, and when they are crammed together in one place, they eventually fart. This deadly amount of methane, if inhaled by a human, the person can then faint or more likely die. In addition to the impact on the climate, hog, chicken, and cow waste has polluted some 35,000 miles of rivers in 22 states and contaminated groundwater in 17 states, according to the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency. This is all happening because how demand for meat is accelerating in every country, state, and nation. But some companies and farms are raising their livestock on grass and natural outdoor substances, and are in fact much more healthier than grain-fed cattle and beef in feedlots. These choices you can make a better effect on your family by keeping them healthy, or try not eating meat for a few days in order for the livestock industry to decrease and bring back the natural air and water that used to be polluted. If not possible, try to choose more sustainable meat products that have a tag or information on where the meat came from and where it was raised. These might be a little expensive, but it is also better for the environment.